Where do you draw the line on those moral questions in general, not necessarily about that
Well,
specific thing?
for me, the big question is, does it cause suffering? And so, in this case, the suffering would be of an individual being a sort of freak show, as I said. In something like the abortion debate, for me, the important thing is, can it suffer? Or who is suffering? And an embryo that is too young to have a nervous system cannot suffer. And so the sort of absolutist morality that says all human life is sacred, I have no time for. I only have time for morality that is concerned with actual pain, or fear, or other forms of suffering.
Yeah. So you bring up morality. I've had on my show, I have believers and non-believers and atheists and people of the cloth and all sorts of people. And we've had some interesting debates about morality and religion. How do you get your morality? And when I ask you that, I mean your personal morality.
Well, I think that morality needs to be intelligently designed, as opposed to laid down in some holy book. And I saw a wonderful joke picture yesterday, I think it was, which was a picture of the Bible labeled "The Goat Herder's Guide to the Galaxy." Yes, intelligent design, we don't want intelligent design as an explanation for our existence. We've got Darwinism for that. But we do need intelligent design for morality. We should not and do not get our morality from holy books. We clearly don't. If we did, we would be stoning adulterers to death and stoning people for breaking the Sabbath and things like that. We do get our morality from moral philosophy, from legal court cases, from parliamentary discussions, from just general talk in the air. I mean, the moral values that we have in the 21st century are palpably different from those not even 100 years ago, 50 years ago. The changes that feminism has wrought, for example, in the way we use language, the way we could no longer get away with a phrase like "one man, one vote." We don't do that anymore. We've had our consciousness raised. If you go back and read, think that women only got the vote in, I forget when it was in America, sometime in the 1920s maybe, was it? It was roughly then in Britain, I think. In Switzerland, I think the 1970s. So we're moving on all the time. We've given up slavery, we've given up torturing animals for fun, except in Spain. And there's what I call the shifting moral zeitgeist, which is going on all the time, and you can see it in the way people talk, in conversation, in novels, in all sorts of things. And it changes faster even than century by century. It changes decade by decade. If you think about the way warfare was conducted in the middle of the 20th century, the Second World War, you have bombers going over the cities of Coventry and Dresden, to say nothing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which were slaughtering civilians by the thousands. And nowadays, in modern warfare, if civilians get killed, it's a matter for apology. It's bad that they still get killed. It's bad that anybody still get killed, but still, it's a big change. It's a big improvement. We are changing all the time in the right direction. Steven Pinker's Better Angels of Our Nature shows this historically over a very long period. We are getting better. And it has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with some mysterious change of what's in the air almost. And I don't mean that in a mystical way. It's no doubt the sum of things like, as I say, moral philosophy, general conversation, journalism, law, parliamentary debate, and so on, which all come together to move the zeitgeist on. And no doubt that will continue. And so that's where I get my morality from. It's where you get your morality from. And even if you're religious, you don't actually get your morality from the Ten Commandments. I mean, the idea that you get your morality from the Ten Commandments Christopher Hitchens satirized it rather well when he said, for one thing, thou shalt not kill is just about the only one of the 10 Commandments any religious person actually knows. And Christopher satirized it by saying, Moses came down from the mountain with these tablets and said, thou shalt not kill. Oh, thou shalt not kill. Oh, we never thought of that.